Hey, what's up? It's Justin from Mekanix, and I'm here with the team to share a workout with you today that's not only safe, but massively effective in building strength, increasing mobility, and just raising your overall energy levels. The best part about this workout, you can do it anywhere, even from home. Oh, and one more thing. If you have any questions during the workout, if you want to have someone check on your form, if you have questions about modifications to make it a little more challenging or make some parts a little bit easier, if you just have questions about reaching your goals as quickly and efficiently and safely as possible, click the link below, reach out to us. We're more than happy to help, and we're here to support you. All right, let's get to it.
Okay guys, so we're going to start off the workout like we do with all our workouts with 2 to 3 minutes of blood flow. And if you guys have like jump rope or a piece of a cardio equipment at home, you can use that for 2-3 minutes, or we can just cycle through this little sequence that I'm going to demonstrate right now. So first we're going to start with some jogging on the spot, so really light on our toes, and we're just going to down side to side, and then you can alternate through this. So we go bouncing side to side, then we'll go foot kicks. Just bring the heels up towards the back of your butt. Then we'll go into high knees. And then we can cycle through our jumping jacks. And then take it back down again and cycle through that. So like 20 seconds on each one. And then just keep alternating for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay guys, so to start off we're going to go through some flexibility and mobility stuff, get into our strength warm-up, and then we're going to go straight into our lower body and athletic conditioning lower body work. So to start we're going to go with hip circles. So we're just going to try and get a nice stance, so maybe slightly wider hip width, and then we're just going to circle out. Try and exaggerate the circle in both directions. We'll go 5 to the right, then we can switch and go 5 to the left. Then we'll go single leg hip circle, so we can pull our knee up as high as possible. We're going to rotate out, back down. So try to keep controlled tension, brace through the abs, squeeze on as high as possible, lift and back in. So we're trying to get 5 on this leg, 5 on the opposite leg, up as high as possible again, abs stay braced, get a bit of balance work in as well. We rotate, open out, back down, touch the heel up, back up again, and down. So we'll get 5 and 5 on them, and then we're going to move into some internal rotation of our hip, and we're going to get through some hip work. So we're going to sit down on the floor, and we're going to come to sit down on our butt, and then we're going to do a couple seated, and then we're just going to lift our butt up off the floor or come into a squat position to make it a bit harder. So we're just going to move one hip at a time. So we're going to come down, touch, change sides, touch. We're working internal rotation of the hip. Then from there, we're going to either lift our butt up off the floor and add a bit of a deficit, working the same thing, or we can go into the squat position and then add the internal rotation from there, which is a bit more difficult. And whichever variation of that one you're doing, it's going to be 5 each side on that then as well. And then our last one is we're going to do we're going to go into a runner's stretch and then a reverse plank from there as well. So our runner's stretch, we're just going to be in the plank position. Going to bring our right foot up in line with our right hand. We're going to hold that stretch, feel that big stretch, and then we'll add some rotation. So we get that T-spine rotation. We'll get both sides of that, so one on the right, one on the left. Feel that big stretch, stay down into it. Get that thoracic rotation again. And then from here, we're just going to sit forward and we'll get some reverse planks in. And we're going for 5 each side on this one as well. And so we'll start off with, we'll go 5 actually through the middle. And once we get 5 through there, then we're going to add a reach. So up to this side, reach up to the opposite side, and then once we get cycled through all that, then we'll go into our strength warm-up. Okay, so we finished our blood flow and our first bit of mobility and flexibility work. So we're going to get into our strength warm-up and move through some movement patterns that we're going to use in our main strength and conditioning, athletic conditioning phase. So the first movement we're going to do is we're just going to do bodyweight squats. And we're just trying to move through our full range of motion if we can. So wherever you're comfortable with, so it doesn't have to be like hip width or wider than hip width, whatever squat pattern you're comfortable with, you can use to warm up. So we're just going to sit down nice and low. You can pause if you want to add more tension, draw it back up. Pause if you want to add more tension, draw it back up. And then we're just going to go through 5 to 10 reps on our bodyweight squats. Then we're going to go through a step through lunge, and we're going to work a unilateral movement. So step through lunge is basically just a forward lunge and a reverse lunge together. So we're going to do 5 each leg on this. So it's going to be step through to your forward lunge, all the way back to your reverse, and that's 1 repetition. So we're going to do 5 on the right, 5 on the left. So 1, that's 1. Hold, step through, that's 2. So like that, that's our step through lunges. Then we're going to single leg glute bridge raise to get some posterior chain warming up, and we're going to go single leg. So right leg is going to be out on this one, and then I'm going to drive through and extend through my hip on my left leg. Squeeze my glute at the top, back down. Drive through, extend, back down. Get 5 on my left. You can pause and squeeze your butt at the top, and just for an added bit of tension as well, make sure our glutes and hamstrings are getting fired up. And then 5 on the right leg. And then last one, we're just going to do a couple of jump squats just to make sure we're ready to go for our first bit of work. So we're going to come down, pause, explode up, back down, explode up, back down, and we're just going to do 5 to 10 reps of that. 1 round should be enough to get you going, or if you really want, you can add an extra round in as well. Then we'll get straight into our first bit of strength work. Okay, so our first conditioning set is just going to be 2 exercises together. We're going to do pop-up squats with a jump squat, and then we're going to do jump lunges in place. So we don't need any equipment for this, just a bit of space and our own body weight. That's what we're going to work with. So the pop-up squats can be done in a few different ways. So the easiest variation is just going to be a march or a get up. So it's going to be a right leg up, left leg follows, and then from here we're going to jump squat. Back down on the left, back down on the right. And so that's going to be our pop-up or jump get up squat with that. The other variation is the actual pop-up. So you're going to be on your knees from here. You're going to come back onto your heels, and we're trying to explode up, land in the low squat position, and then add the jump squat afterwards. So from here, we're going to pop up, explode up from there. We're going to do 5 of them. Whatever variation. If it's the get-ups, we're going to do 5, or if it's the pop-up squats, we're going to do 5. Then from there, after we've completed our 5, we go into our jump lunges, which will be 6 each leg. So we're going to try and get vertical on each rep. So we're not just trying to shuffle, we're trying to get up and vertical and explode up. So we're going to go down, explode up, land, explode up, land. And it's 6 each leg, 12 total. Then we repeat straight back into the pop-up squats, and we're trying to get 3 sets or 3 repetitions of both exercises, and that's going to be our 1 set. If you want to make it even more difficult, you can add in an extra 1 or 2 sets. So it's going to be pop-up squats 5, jump lunges for 12, and then we repeat again, and then we rest for 3 minutes. And we're trying to get 3 rounds total into that. And then that's our first bit of work, guys. Alright, so strength set number 2 is going to be, we're going to do some box jumps, some toe taps, box jumps, toe taps again, and then some quick feet. So I'll show you what we can do. If you have something to jump on like a box, I'll go through this first, and then if you're at home and you have no equipment and you just need to substitute, I'll go through what we'll do if you have 0 equipment. So our first one is going to be box jumps, and we're just going to do 10 repetitions. So it's going to be down low, explode, step back down. You can all change the height around as well, depending on where you're at. Explode, step back down. So we're going to do 10 repetitions on that. Then we're going to go into box taps or toe taps, trying to hit the top of the box with our toe each time. So high knee, so we go. And we're going through 10 of them. Then we go back to the box jump straight away, and we half the reps. So instead of 10 as like we did in the first time, we do 5 repetitions this time. So down, explode up, step down. 5 this time. Then we go straight back into the box toe taps, and the reps are halved again. So instead of 20 like we did in the first one, we do 10. So 1, 10, and then just to finish out then, we're gonna go into quick feet. And you can do high fast knee sprinters or just quick feet. So we're going for 10 seconds all out as fast as we can. So we're going and just time that for 10 seconds, and then we're done. So if you don't have the box, what we can do is you can just do vertical jumps, explosive vertical jumps, down, explode up, trying to get up as high as possible. And then for the box toe taps, we can just do it, use a chair. So we're just going to go. Same thing, and you can just substitute them in instead of doing boxes. You can just use a chair, and same thing. You get that in, and that's our second set of our athletic conditioning work finished. Okay, so we're going to finish our hard work with some core conditioning. So we have like 4 exercises. We're just going to do a high plank. We're going to go straight into mountain climbers, back to the high plank. And then we're going straight into slow mountain climbers. So we're just going to do 20 seconds work on each one, and we're going to try and continuously work through the whole set, and then we'll rest, if possible. If you need to take a rest as needed. But it's going to look something like this. So we're going to be in this high plank position, and while we're here, we may as well work through our hollow body position or our good positioning. So we're over protracting through the shoulder blades. My hips will automatically turn in a small bit. Just make sure they're on. We're getting as active as possible through the plank, so we're not passively holding. I'm pushing my palms into the floor, squeezing my glutes, squeezing my abs on. We're going to hold through here for 20 seconds. Once your timer for 20 seconds goes, we're going to work through our mountain climbers. And we're going to try to get 20 seconds of work through our mountain climbers, back to the plank hold for 20 seconds. Once we get 20 seconds hold through here, then we're working through slow mountain climbers. Pull the knee up and crunch. Think core compression on this one. Crunch, hold, core compression, and then chill. You can relax, and then we can run through that like 2 to 3 sets, and then that's our core conditioning to finish off with. Alright, so finished all the hard work. We're just going to go through some cool down stretches. And so we'll go through like 4 stretches that should cover most of the stuff we worked on throughout the conditioning work. So one of the first ones we're going to do is a box stretch. It gets our quad, hip flexor, all the front of our hip here, all different muscles through there. So we're trying to have one foot on, bring the knee close to the box, in this foot out in front as well. And then there's a few different ways we can intensify the stretch here. So one, you can push through this hip, so you get a bit more quad and through the front of the hip here as well. We can also squeeze the glute as well. So if I contract my glute on that side as well, I feel a really big pull on that quad and into the hip flexor as well. So we're gonna hold it for like minimum 30 seconds to a minute on both legs. So our box hip flexor stretch, we're gonna start with that one. 30 seconds to a minute. Then we're going to go either, if you have the ability to do just a pigeon stretch on the floor, and you can do that, or you can use a box. And both of these stretches can be done on a piece of furniture. You can grab a chair, you can do the same thing on a chair, or just a couch at home, and you can do the exact same thing. So we're going to put one foot up, try to bring the knee over, and then we can lean forward, or you can just hold up and then you'll feel that big stretch through the outside of the hip and into the glutes as well. And same thing, we're just going to hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute on one side, and then you can ease off of that and then do the same on the other leg. So nice long static stretches to finish to try and cool down, and work on the breathing, get recovered, chill out, get the nervous system back into relaxation mode and recovery mode. And the same thing, so the third stretch is going to be our frog stretch. So we're just going to try and get out into this position, and then we're going to sit our butts towards the heel. So we're pushing down towards the heel. So the whole idea of this is to stretch all the fascia, all the connective tissue in around our hips and our groin area. So sit down, you can go onto your forearms, or if you want, you can come up onto your straight arm as well. So you sit down, push the butt towards the heels, and we're just going to hold, feel that stretch. Again, same time, nice and long, 30 seconds to 1 minute. Easy out of that, come back up. And then our last stretch is just going to be some sort of forward fold or stretch where you get a posterior chain stretch. It could be anyway, so you can do a double leg, hinging through the hips, forward folding down, hips or palms on the floor. You can do single leg, hinge through one leg and hold down, stretch one at a time. And we're just going to hold wherever you feel that good stretch through that posterior chain hamstring, all the way down through there. Just going to hold that for 30 seconds to 1 minute. And then after that, we're done. That's our athletic conditioning finish. Good work, guys.
If you like this video, hit the like button below. Be sure to share it with your friends or anyone else who might enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel now and follow us on Instagram or Facebook. I'll see you in the next video.